happy with their life, and they socialize with other old females, and they hang around their kids, and there's really no desire for a man. There's no how do you say it? They don't want love. They don't want someone to care for them. This is one reason why you see a lot of people get divorced after the kids grown up. I mean, if the man and woman don't have a connection with each other, but the connection is with the kids, then they just get a divorce. You know, what the hell? That's why you see some old men, old women, they stay together forever and ever. They had a connection. They want to love and take care of each other. But the thing is, if you don't have that connection with the one that you love, you as a female, and in other words, he dies, then really the thing is, I think they look at it as, well, I've got a good life now, so I don't need a man. I don't want to put up with a man. I don't want to care for the man. That's why I have a hard time. I understand the Chinese culture. In the Chinese culture, the women are different. The women want a man all the time. They want to care for them. What I say, I want to care. I serve others. That's what I do. And Chinese women, in general, normally that's what they do. They serve others. They like serving others. And a Chinese woman loves to serve a man. If she loses her man, she wants another man. Her priority isn't a job and then provide for herself. She can do that. She wants a man to serve and care for and love. And I don't think that's just the women. I don't know that many Chinese men that are single. The Chinese don't get divorced. Normally they do like me. They just get old and they stay together. And so that's what I'm finding is and my family, my Chinese side of my family, they all keep telling me, well, hey, they'll get me another woman. Because there's a lot of Chinese women that are looking for somebody like me. I'm accomplished. I do things. I will love and care for her. And there's a lot of Chinese women that are looking for that. But that's what I had. So, and like I say, I am a little different than most. I can handle change. Change does not scare me. A matter of fact, I don't like change, but I do get, I don't want to say bored, but like I say, I don't mind having something new, something different, something I have to adapt to. That's why I travel well, and that's why I do the things I do, and I'm looking for goals, and I'm looking for different things I can accomplish all the time. And it takes change. I have to change before I can get all this stuff done. So what I'm saying in general, and really the women down here, now see, I've noticed it a lot from the women down here, because like I say, we have a hard time talking, so I do more observing, and I wonder why is that? And one thing I've noticed, once they, like I say, the 40, I've only had that one experience with the 40 I'm not sure, but 50s and 60s, and I'm going to say older, 70s and 80s, they really, since they don't want to breed, they're happy associating with other women. The only thing that they want a man for is to chaperone them, take them out for dinner, or stuff like that. That's it. I mean, they're not looking for a long-term relationship. They're not looking for a commitment. And this is going to be a shot in the dark on this, but I'm thinking the ones that have had a divorce, in other words, they've raised their kids are done, they get rid of their person after 20 or 30 years they've been married. I don't really think a commitment is what they're looking for. And I don't even think they even want a commitment. Now then again, you got to remember, I'm looking, there's about the only thing that I'm looking for that really, for me, is fit. They have to be fit. And when I say fit, the reason I say that is because I have a healthy lifestyle, and that covers everything. My eating, the way I work out multiple times a day. I go places, I do things, I'm active. So you have to be fit to do all this stuff. So I'm not really looking to sit around and wait to die. That's what normally happens when they get too old to breed, men and women. They tend, in the human world, they tend to let themselves go physically. They say, well, I enjoy eating this. I want to eat that. I enjoy doing that. They do all the stuff they enjoy, even though it's not healthy for them. And so that's why I say I need a woman that's her mindset is health or being fit. Health. We're all going to get some kind of weird disease and die, or something's going to happen. So I'm not talking about healthy. I'm talking about fit. I'm talking about ready to go do things, mentally, emotionally, physically, ready to go places and do things. But to do all that, you really need a commitment. I'm not going to leave her no matter what. Just like I talked about that 40-some-year-old gal when the car stopped, and I thought, what's the big deal? When this whole thing got over, I thought, what's the big deal? And then to come to find out, the first thing was I was armed, and they were shocked. They thought this American is going to be an easy chump that they're going to get. So then here, find out I'm not all that easy, and not only that, I got aggressive, and the thing, and what it is normally, what happens is when you get stopped like that, the man runs off, and the woman will be robbed and raped and a lot of times killed. So that's why it was a big deal when I didn't leave her. That was a big deal. In my world, that's what the commitment is. And I didn't even have a commitment with her. We were just kind of going out a little bit. And like I say, I was still trying to figure out what was going on. And but with a commitment, for sure, I'm not going to leave him. But like I say, just being manly, you just don't get up and run off and leave a woman when she needs help. So, that's what I'm saying. I've got a track record. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. You're not taking a chance. With me, it's not a roll of the dice. So what is going on? And that's when I had to start observing and understanding, and I put together the animal world along with the human world, and that's where I kind of figured out, well, if the women are too old to breed, they probably don't want to love. They don't want to take care of a man. That's too much trouble. I mean, I don't want to take care of a man. You know, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I know my wife and I, we would do anything to take care of each other. You know, I mean, that's just the way it was. But I did notice after the kids got grown up, then that's when my wife would do more eating, more, she smoked, and she didn't need to work, so she just kind of, here at the hotel, there's not a lot of work down here, so she'd just stay down here at the hotel and enjoy her family. And that's what I thought was a good thing, enjoy your family. You know, I don't have a family, so hey, you know, I when somebody has a family, I think it's good for them. You know, so it ended up, that's when I really did start doing getting on the motorcycle and running all over Central America and North America and stuff like that. She knew I was going to come back. She knew we had a commitment. And I knew she was going to be here when I came back because we had a commitment. And we both knew when one of us was sickly or we needed something, the other one would be there to care for him. And that's the part that I think women grow out of. When they get out of that nurturing stage, then that's it. They don't want nothing to do with a man. And men are like the wolves, the lone wolves. If they're not part of the pack, they're out on their own. But I'll tell you, and I'm not for sure on that, because like I say, the guys that I'm hanging around with now, the single guys, well, like I say, they're all 40 and 50s, and they're all still chasing the young women. And like I say, who are they going after? The breeding women. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. The ones, once they stop, they don't breed anymore, it seems like they lose interest in the men. And there's nothing that the man can offer that's going to satisfy the woman enough for a commitment. They don't want the commitment. They just want to go take them out to dinner, take them out dancing, take them to a concert. You know they need the male, not companionship, but escort. That's why, you know. But they don't want them full time. They don't want a commitment off the deal. They just want them just to, you know. And that's what it is. They use each other when they get older. They use it. That's why I don't use people, and that's why you don't see me with a woman. And that's why when I start going out with them, I don't go out with them too long, because like I say, it all turns out all they want to do is use me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and I don't mind a certain amount of use, because that's what you do. I used my wife, she used me, but we had a commitment. And that's the part nobody wants to do, the commitment. But I may be all wrong. That's just what I'm thinking. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.